In 1937, the brand new A-5M fighter was just entering service. But the top brass of the Japanese Navy was already in search for the aircraft that was going to come after the A-5M. They wanted a fighter equipped with cannons, capable of reaching the speed of 500 kph at 4,000 meters, and with all the maneuverability of the previous model. In order to meet the goals, Mitsubishi engineers went out of their way to make their new plane as light as possible, using a top-secret aluminium alloy to build it, and giving up on armor. Any armor, in fact. The first pre-production aircraft took to the skies on the 1st of April 1939. That was the start of the story of the A6M, also known as the Zero. Thanks to its layout, retractable landing gear, and enclosed cockpit with an all-round vision canopy, at that time the Zero was one of the most advanced aircraft in the world. In 1942, the Americans started to fly P-38 Lightnings. But before that, the A6M was almost untouchable, ruling over the Pacific Ocean theater. There are two first variants of this model in the game, the A6M2 and the A6M2 Modified 11. They did not hold a great deal of ammunition, which is a shame with their firepower, but hell, are they agile, almost on a par with biplane aircraft. By the way, there are premium captured A6M2s in both the American and the Chinese tech trees, easily distinguishable from their Japanese counterparts by their unusual camouflage. We also have to mention the A6M2N. This version of the early Zero was equipped with floats, making it a seaplane. It's a perfect arrangement for naval battles, as you can both clear the skies of enemy aircraft and capture points. Then we have the A6M3, which introduced a few changes to the Zero formula. It got a new engine with a 2-speed supercharger. The folding wingtips were removed, and cannon ammunition was increased to 100 rounds each. Those changes gave the aircraft a better roll and increased its maximum speed. Unfortunately, most opponents will still be able to outrun you. Also, the engineers had to sacrifice some of the fighter's maneuverability. But the Zero had it in spades to begin with, so it didn't make too much of a difference. The A6M3 Mod 22 variation was equipped with the same engine as the basic model, but also got its wingtips back, and the A6M3 Mod 22 core was fitted with new cannons with better ballistics, making it much easier to land your shots. The next model, the A6M5, was developed in a way to again shorten the wings, but this time with wingtips intact. It made the aircraft noticeably faster, but once again, you wouldn't be breaking any speed records in level flight. On a side note, this model also gained access to a 250-kilogram bomb. Thanks to the fighter's excellent maneuverability, you could drop it really low and with extreme precision. The Zero easily gets out of a dive mere seconds away from smashing into the ground. The A6M5 Otsu is the only Zero in the game with some armor. A plate of armored glass 45mm thick was fitted to its windscreen, and another plate of armor was installed behind the pilot's seat. Furthermore, the aircraft ditched one of its low-caliber machine guns in favor of a new high-caliber one, and got an additional 50 rounds for its cannons. It's also worth noting that in the premium part of the Japanese tech tree, there is another version of the same plane, the A6M5 Core. It comes with a bigger ammo count as well, but has the old machine gun configuration. Zeros became a symbol of the Japanese aircraft industry almost immediately after they entered service. And for quite a long time, this fighter was the undisputed king of the skies. Obviously, by mid-war, The era of their dominance was long over, but their legendary status as the bane of the Allied airmen in the Pacific endures even today. Have you ever flown a Zero yourself? What did you think? Please tell us in the comments below.